Greetings!
Employee 305572.
Hi? Do you enjoy hour-long commutes through waves of traffic? Not really. How about a miserable office, complete with monotone gray cubicles, fluorescent lights that burn brighter than a neutron star, and an air conditioner with the thermostat set so low that you're convinced the facility's staff is trying to give you pneumonia? That actually sounds miserable. I prefer working from home where I'm not miserable. So if you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to work. Just hold it right there, little office bee. It's company policy that you come here every single day from now on. Now put on some pants and get your faggot ass up here or you're fired. Why can't I just work from home? Fuck you, that's why. By now you've all seen the news. Companies are returning to the office. People working remotely from many miles away are forced with a choice. Move closer to the office or get fired. If you all recall, most of America's office-based workers have been working their jobs from home for some years due to an event which shall not be named. And studies show that virtually all of them prefer it to working in the office and are even more productive at home. So the question is, why? Why would CEOs spend precious resources to break up a good thing? Well, I'm here to break it down to three main reasons why, and explain the overarching issue at hand. The first reason is that upper management has an outdated mindset. Pretty much, they're a bunch of crusty-ass boomers, and their way of doing things is old school. They believe that if they can't see you, you're not working. Kinda like toddlers who haven't developed a sense of object permanence yet. Even with all this extra time they had over the years to learn how to use Zoom and Teams, they still don't know how to print off PDFs. They want the underpaid college grad who lives with 5 roommates to do it. They want to pull their micropenis midlife crisis mobile Corvette into the reserved parking space at the front of the parking lot where everyone can see it, have everyone kiss their ass as they make their way to their big corner office, and they want to look over their workers' shoulders while they stare into the distance hoping for a meteor to strike the office and its immediate surroundings, so that nobody will ever have to bear the misfortune of coming close to this place ever again. In essence, return to office is to make the big bosses feel good and get them out of the house and away from their wives, whom they all seem to hate for some reason. I discussed the financial backshots that Americans are receiving right now in my last video, but when the economy was good, Americans were receiving financial front shots. Executives saw the economy was doing well, so they decided to hire a bunch of folks, and because of certain health events, those new employees were hired on as hybrid or remote employees. But it turns out a lot of companies hire too many people too fast, and now that the age of economic backshots has arrived, these executives need a way out. Here's the issue with firing people though. The company has to pay severance. It's a part of the employment contract that guarantees a certain amount of money be paid out in the event an employee is terminated. But if you just require everyone to return to the office, the guy working from home 2,000 miles away is probably just gonna leave for a different remote job. And the guy who hired on locally for hybrid work is probably gonna get pissed off too and look elsewhere. It has the effect of a layoff without any of the actual cost. For executives, it's a genius move.
But Gary,
I hear you say,
shouldn't the boss be the one to lose his job because it was his mistake that got him here in the first place?
Well, Timmy, that's not how corporations work. If times are going well, the boss hires you and he gets a bonus. If times are going bad, the boss fires you and he gets a bonus. Welcome to neo-feudalism, little man. Now at last, the third reason for the push to return to office is the commercial real estate bubble.
It's free real estate.
A lot of companies are burning through huge amounts of capital on corporate offices and expensive city centers. In order to get their money's worth from the leases they signed, they need these offices to actually be in use. If they don't, investors will be asking uncomfortable questions, and if it's anything CEOs hate, it's even a slight challenge to their authority.
Hey, why are you burning $50 million a year on an empty office complex?
And why won't you add me on Clash of Clans?
Shut up! Shut up! How dare you talk to me!
I just wanted to play Clash of Clans with you.
I will bury you!
Hey, come on, Phil. He was just trying to bond with you.
You're right. I'm sorry. It's just that my wife hates me, my Corvette is getting dusty, I haven't been able to bully any interns for months now, and I can't figure out how to print off this PDF. I'll add you on Clash of Clans, Jim. If you ever question my fiscal policies again, I'll fucking bury you. In Clash of Clans, not real life, for legal purposes. But also in real life. Allegedly. But also I'm not joking. Allegedly. On top of that, they're also getting pushback from the big cities and the investment firms that own all the crap inside of them. They're seeing their property values and tax revenues plummet now that all these little worker bees aren't thronging into their shitty car-infested cities every day, and they are pissed. So now, because BlackRock has bought up so much commercial real estate that even a tiny ripple in those real estate values would send the economy tumbling, and also because big city politicians allowed mass looting and rioting to destroy city centers and turn them into no-go zones that most sane people avoid, your bosses forcing you to go into the office so that you are compelled to eat overpriced shit from the same restaurant down the street every single day. Side note, American food is actually atrocious. Like the sheer lack of quality in the ingredients alongside the lack of flavor of the slop that most restaurants produce should not exist in the richest nation on the planet. There is a common thread among all of this. It's a lack of respect. Bosses do not view their employees as valid contributors who should be bargained with to get a deal that works for both parties.
We aren't asking or negotiating at this point, we're informing of how we need to work together going forward.
No, that's the lie that your college economics professor told you when he was explaining supply and demand. In reality, bosses view you as a number on an expense report, a burden, a colony of ants beneath their shoe. They have no problem lying to you about why they're ordering a return to work. They give reasons like, oh, we want to boost collaboration and creativity through face-to-face interaction, when they know that you don't want to go to the office just to socialize with Bob in accounting whose wife is secretly having an affair. The reality is they don't want you to have flexibility. They want you stressed, depressed, and dependent on them. Kind of like the local fent dealer, but in a suit. And honestly, working in a typical office setting is so bad it actually makes me want to try fent.